Hi everybody, I know I've been saying I would do this video for a long time. I had to clean some space in my house so I could get this table and show you how to make a convectional oven or heater. I spent $50, less than $50 actually. I bought some extra things. And I got three heaters out of it. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a plate, any size plate actually, hopefully one that has some space. I got a 6 and I believe this is an 8. You want a terracotta pot. The first one is going to be smaller than the second one, right? Because it's going to go inside like so. Make sure you take off this plastic as well, and hopefully nothing with like lead paint. Like if you just can get an actual normal clay one is fine, so I do recommend that. Some candles. These ones are pre-lit, so let's grab some more candles, as many as you like. 3 usually fits perfectly in the 4-inch. You could put more, obviously, or you can put more like so. 5. You're gonna also want, for these pots, just because of the way that the hole is at the top, I've decided to get a bolt. This is a 5.5, I believe. 2 washers and a nut. Okay, so let's move this all aside and show you how to make one. Okay, so first you're going to take have your big pot on standby, have your clay pot. I've already put the bolt and the washer in. So how that works is you take the bolt, right? You put a washer on the inside. You put it in the top of this, in the top of the hole, like so. Whoop, flush. On the other side, you're gonna put the washer, right? Once you flip this, you put the washer inside. You're gonna take the bolt and put the bolt and screw it in until it's snug. And this might take a little bit. There you go. Okay. If you want to make sure it's really tight, you can use clamps like pliers or a vice grip. I wouldn't suggest going too tight because this is a clay pot after all. You might crack that. So that's how you do it. Okay, so now that you have your, this is a 4-inch pot. So now that you have a 4-inch pot, take a saucer. This is a 6-inch, right? So what happens is you can take your candles and put them down. And then when you put the candles, you're going to put the pot over it. Actually, correction. This is here where I made a little bit of an error. I've done this earlier and I tested it. I put chopsticks. My suggestion is to put something else that wouldn't burn, as you can see when you put the chopsticks. This is after 4.5 hours. It did crack from the heat. I couldn't really think of anything else. Originally, you can do this with, instead of this saucer, you could have a cake pot, like what you bake bread in, and the tin would be sticking up way off the ground, and then put the candles inside and light them. But for this case, I'm just going to use this. If you have metal chopsticks, which is awesome, if you can go to a Korean store or an Asian store, they might have metal chopsticks. They'll go on top, they won't break or anything like this. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Take the pot, put it on top. Well, obviously light the candles first. Put it on top. And because there's a space now, the air can go inside and keep feeding the flame. This second pot, which is a little bit bigger, you're going to put it on top of it. Again, because of the chopsticks, it has space. And the hole on the top, the reason that you leave the hole on the top, I've seen some other videos where they put the bolt and the screw right through, or they've just left it open. What essentially is going to happen is the candles are going to light this clay pot and make it ridiculously hot, right? And the heat from this is going to be contained in this pot, and then the heat will slowly come out through the top. So I've tested it. It lasted 4.5 hours, all the way to the end. I just used these normal tea candle lights. Got them from IKEA, so they cost like nothing, right? You can get a pack like 100 or 50, it depends what you feel like. And they last fairly well. 4.5 hours, can't go wrong with that. So you light them up. Again, you can use a different, if you want to use a bigger pot, so you can do that. So here's this one, this to the side. If you want a bigger heater, you can obviously go with, using the 6-inch as the bottom and having something like an 8 or a 10 as the cover, right? And it would go with something like this. Again, put something that doesn't melt or would have fire on the bottom, and you're set. Your heater. Okie dokie. If you have any questions or any comments, please put them below. Would greatly appreciate any feedback. This is just my take on it because I've seen a couple that use cake pans or whatever. I'm using chopsticks, so it's not perfect, but it does last you a long time. It's a lot cheaper than I don't know, hydro or buying a big heater and just trying to heat one room. You can put all 3 of these, because I use 3 for under 50 bucks, 3 of them in one room, or you could spread them out through your house. Like, if you have one of the smaller ones, that one, this 4-inch one actually lasts pretty well. You could have one in your bedroom. You could have one of the bigger ones probably in your living room, right? And your house will be warm, like ridiculously warm. So go try it. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you think. And if you like these videos, I'll be doing another one. I'll have another couple set up to show you guys soon. So please enjoy it, and if you want, subscribe, and look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. Thank you. Bye.